doing next?
Princess Chad.
Princess Chad!
Chad. Oh my goodness.
Yep.
The Chad themselves.
Yep. Rat King 4000, their icon.
I like their
What
icon.
the fuck is this icon?
Okay,
Is it a flea?
So the icon is amazing. So this
Pretty
comes from so the profile name is Rat King 4000, and that's the Poopsmith from Homestar Runner.
Oh,
So
never heard of that.
I like
You've never
Princess
heard of
Chad on
Homestar
the
Runner?
Discord.
Never
so
heard of the Poopsmith.
he's a esteemed character. He as you can see, shovels poop and gets it all over the place.
Kind of like this Annie list. So let's dive right into the poop pile.
So this is a mostly positive list. So they have seen 189 shows, which is pretty solid. You know, not in mid-tier intermediate quality, but still like you're building up to it. But a majority of shows, about 22% of them, get an 8. 13% of shows have a 10 out of 10, and 19% have a 9 out of 10. So overall, a majority of your shows are, you know, getting high scores, which means A, you either like everything, or B, you've just had us properly cultivate a list of really good anime that you then watch and then enjoy. So, you know,
There were some ridiculous lists, Mason, in this way. So
Yes,
we're not going
there
to
are.
get to them all, but Air Kiz, we're probably not going to get to all these, has 140 anime, and 86 of them had more than a 9, had a 9 or higher. 106,
wild. 50.
116 out of 114 of them had an 8 or higher. And one of these lists, from Annie List, that didn't even have scores. It just had frowny faces or smiley faces. And I was like, what the fuck?
hey, that's
Is this
a base
bullshit?
system. Just
Bullshit, it's based.
an up or down. Is it good or is it bad?
Oh, it's so non-specific.
It's what Netflix did, and I hated when they got rid of the 5-star rating.
We should
Because I
literally
wanted
be
to-
rating out of 100. Oh, here's Jen. We got more people in. All right, well, okay. Let's finish Princess Chad, then we'll bring these people in.
All right.
I just want to say that you're obviously a big Dragon Ball fan. It makes up nearly a third of all your pre-2000 anime or Dragon Ball things on here. I appreciate that you love Dragon Ball, but you gave Dragon Ball Super a 10. Dragon Ball Z gets a 9, which is just absurd. Dragon Ball Super can't sniff Dragon Ball Z's dookie piles. Dragon Ball Kai gets an 8, and then you've seen all of this, but then you haven't watched the original Dragon Ball.
Get
what
on
the
that.
fuck? Get on your knees and beg for forgiveness.
They gave GT a 9.
Yeah.
GT gets a
Why?
Wow.
Wow.
Watch GT over OG Dragon Ball. And gave One Punch Man season 2 an 8.
I didn't even watch it.
The fuck
And that
is
tells
that?
you how bad Shield Hero Season 3 must have been for them to watch Season 1, give it an 8, watch Season 2, give it a 3, and then watch Season 3, give it a 1 and drop it. Like, how
A 1.
bad do you have to be
I never even gave season
to
3
be
of that a
dropped
shot.
by the esteemed Poopsmith?
I barely finished season. Actually, I didn't even finish season 2.
No, and there was no reason to.
Yeah, and I didn't even care that much for the first season.
All right, let's-
Anyway,
I think we should
move on.
I think we should bring in
Yeah,
someone
let's
else
move
from the
this
chat.
presenter.
All right, who's?
I'll fail to drop video participants again. Let's see. I'll probably fail this again. It literally is not there.
You
So I
got
don't...
it. Click around there.
Are you unable to do this, Mason?
I can remove it from my screen. I can't remove it from yours.
Fuck my life. All right. All right, Sajinther, welcome to the podcast.
Hi, Sajinther.
Hello, sir. Long time mailbag writer, first time caller.
Where are you calling from?
Excellent.
Birmingham, England.
Oh my gosh, what time is it there?
Wow.
11.
It's 11 o'clock.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
It's
welcome to the
not that
podcast.
I think
So-
the most obvious thing when we bring up Sajinther's list is the incredibly heretical 666 completed anime, which is very nice.
I worked hard to get that level.
I know. I assume you've been holding off on watching anything more, which is impressive because they're watching like 1,000 shows at the moment.
A
I try and
thousand.
keep it
One
to
thing-
30 a season, maybe.
So what I found very interesting is you're watching 25 shows right now, and a lot of them are seasonal, and that's fine. And you have scored 24 out of 25 of them. So everything you kind of give a score to, And I'm sure as you watch, you like adjust that score up and down depending on how you like the show, correct?
Yep, that's how I do it.
So all these shows have a score, whether you've seen like a couple episodes or not. Except there's one show on this list of watching that you haven't scored,
Uh-oh.
and you've seen 107 episodes of One Piece. Like, my guy,
Well,
you
that's
should
only,
know what your score of that is by now.
well, I've
What's-
only seen like 10% of it. If we got what a seasonal, that'd be like one episode.
Yeah. But still, that's
Where's your
I'm sure you
score?
can say it's percentage-wise.
Are you
What's the One Piece
scared?
score?
What's your score?
Well, okay, I'll score it right now.
Yep, you will.
Currently, I have it at an 8.
An 8.
An 8.
Oh, there we go. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I was just curious. I'm like,
Fair.
Some
what is
people will
this
be
guy waiting
disappointed
at?
with that, but
You handle the pressure
I'm
quite
not
well.
disappointing some people, but
Yeah, and it can change. I just wanted to know. What is he hiding?
No, an
What is it?
8 is perfectly reasonable for a shonen show. So, to be honest.
So I have another question for you.
Mhm.
And now this might be digging too deep.
Yep.
But you have a show called Tenkyu Danzai Skelter Heaven.
The
And
fuck
I
is
want
that?
you to describe what makes that show worse than Mars of Destruction.
the only
You
reason I
do
watched that,
remember
Damn, that's
how
specific.
bad they are.
yeah, the only reason I watched that is because it is my Secret Santa pick from last year.
Oh
Secret
no, we
Satan.
did that to you.
Yeah, and it was a travesty.
So
I
if
literally
listeners
never
don't
watched
know,
anything.
This is like known as like one of the worst shows of all time. And I was curious
It
why you
is
watched
a travesty.
it, but that makes sense. I'm sorry.
Wait,
Yeah, I
Santa
wouldn't
or
choose
Secret
that.
Satan?
I actually got 2 shows that season, but I don't even remember what the second one was, but it was probably just as bad.
I think you said it was for Secret Satan, Andrew.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I heard Secret Santa.
You know,
No, Secret
It doesn't
Satan's way
matter.
more
You
fun.
can flip the letters around and it all means the same thing.
I think this is a good list, but I'm also just going to say the same thing I said to everybody else. It's amazing you've gone through nearly 700 anime and you haven't seen anything before 2000. Like nothing. Not a single thing.
I've seen a bit.
Not on your list, there is nothing. I
I
filtered it.
watched some. Well, I've
And they-
definitely seen some original Lupin films.
You need to add those, my brother. Unless
let's
any
see,
list
what,
is-
what do we have?
unless
we
any
have
list just
Initial
doesn't work.
D.
And that's all.
We have Cowboy Bebop.
Golden Boy.
We have.
Does Annie list just
Gunsmith
not
Cat.
work?
Got initial D on there.
Yeah, he's got some stuff. He's got Tenchi Muyo.
What is going on with this
Yeah.
file?
Oh, Any
He's
List
got
is
New
I'm
Dominion
not
Paint
used to the
Toys?
UI. It's a weird UI.
Yeah,
From
and you
ADC,
listened struggling in the last few days.
Oh, he's got a solid list.
He's seen the original Ghost in the Shell movie.
It's
I think
mostly
Annie
movies,
list
so that's
just
fine.
I think Annie list just sucks because every time I
Hey, you
filter
take that back.
every time I hit the filter a different
Ah.
result comes up.
Yeah, it's true. He's
I
seen
lit-
Record of Lodos War.
All right, well I apologize. It's Annie list. It sucks. Let's put Annie list on trial.
He's seen all of Dragon Ball Z.
Okay, fuck it. Annie list. I mean, look at this. Pancake, look at
He's
this.
seen Nausicaa.
I have clicked
Nausicaa.
completed, and then down here on the year I have everything before 1999, and it literally just says initial D second stage. That's it.
That just shows you
That Annie list is a
1999.
failure.
that year.
It's time to
It
admit
just shows
Mason.
you 1999. That's all. Oh, Any List is weird for a UI.
No, I have the whole. Never mind. It's not important. Never mind. Never mind.
To Jinther, my friend, I want to ask you, if you don't mind, about Little Witch Academia, which you
Oh, it's so
Oh,
good.
have dropped at 9
Oh.
out of 25, but you gave a 7 to.
Have you seen the OVA?
The movie was brilliant. The series wasn't so much. So
He's right. That's the fact.
I got
I don't
halfway through
disagree,
and I
but I
thought-
dropped it and I gave it a 3. So clearly you were vibing with it a little bit at least.
well, that was early on when I was viewing things, and I maybe was a bit generous back then.
That's fair. Well, honestly, my friend, I think this is a very solid list.
Yeah, you got
You've
a pretty
seen a
good
lot.
list.
You've
Oh,
seen
thank you guys.
You got a good range. Like nothing really
Yeah.
jumped out at me. It's like, oh, this is offensible or like worth explaining yourself. I just really wanted to know why you watched that really shitty show. But you even had a good excuse for that one. So, man,
Have you seen MD Geist?
I have not.
We're gonna have to fix that. Don't you want to feel like you're the most dangerous?
Well, obviously.
It goes without
That's the
saying.
right
of course.
answer.
Yeah.
All right. Let's bring the last caller in here, and then we'll wrap it up. Thanks to Ginther.
Thank
for
you,
coming.
Sajinther.
Yeah, thank you.